Hi everyone, how you doing? As you can see, I've not got Grandad with me today. Oh no, he's gone all the way up to Lancaster. So Nana's here to read you a story, and I thought tonight I would read you a Winnie the Pooh story. So tonight we're going to have a story called Be Patient Pooh. So if you're sitting comfortably, then I'll begin. One morning, Winnie the Pooh woke up thinking about cake, presents and balloons. It's not every day that a bear wakes up thinking of those things, but this day was Pooh's birthday and his friends were throwing him a party. A birthday party for me, Pooh thought excitedly. I can't wait. See him thinking of all those nice things. He leapt out of bed and looked at his clock. Is it time for my birthday party yet? He asked. The clock's little hand pointed at the 8 and the big hand pointed at 12. Breakfast time, thought Pooh. That's always a good time. He went to the kitchen and pulled out 3 pots of honey. By the time he'd finished these, it'll almost be time for my party, he said. But when he'd licked the last drop of honey from the bottom of the 3rd pot, it still wasn't time for his party. Next, Pooh did some exercises in his bedroom. Once he'd finished a round of them, he did the exercises again. Then, when he was done, it still wasn't time for his birthday party. I'd better go to Rabbit's house and see how the party's coming along, he said. Pooh said to himself as he hurried to his friend's home. When Pooh arrived at Rabbit's, he knocked loudly on his friend's door. How's the party coming? Pooh asked. Everything is fine, Rabbit said as he opened the door. The party will be ready at dinner time. Can I see my cake? Pooh asked. He tried to look around Rabbit. Not yet, said Rabbit, blocking Pooh's view. You have to wait until dinner time. Pooh sighed. It wasn't anywhere near dinner time yet, and the morning had been longer than any other morning he could remember. He sat down on his favourite rock near the stream and watched the bubbly water race past. The water must be rushing to a birthday party, Pooh said. What do you think? Maybe having a little company would help pass the time, Pooh thought. He knocked at Piglet's door and he could hear the sound of paper rustling inside. Are you wrapping my present, Piglet? Pooh asked. Don't come in yet, Piglet cried. He finished tying a purple ribbon around Pooh's present and hid it in the closet. You can come in now, he called to Pooh. Can I see my present, Piglet? What do you think we'll do at the party, Piglet? Do you think Rabbit will put pink roses on my cake? How much longer do you think it'll be, Piglet? Pooh asked breathlessly. He settled in Piglet's comfy chair. It's nice to have company to talk about all these things, Pooh said. It helps pass the time in a friendly way, doesn't it? Piglet was trying to decide which question to answer first when Tigger and Roo knocked at the door. Lunchtime, Tigger cried as he and Roo bounced in. Piglet looked at his clock. The big hand and the little hand were both pointing to 12. Lunchtime, said Pooh thoughtfully. That's a lot closer to dinner time than breakfast time, isn't it? It's right now, Tigger said impatiently. Lunchtime is one of my favourite times of the day, said Pooh, and he helped Piglet, Tigger and Roo set the table. As Pooh licked the last pot of honey clean, he sighed happily. This is almost like a party right now. You see them all sat round the table. Oh no, said Tigger. A party has streamers and noisemakers and fancy hats and ice cream and... Pooh thought about streamers and noisemakers and fancy hats and ice cream and cake and presents and balloons. It's almost time for the party, he asked. Oh, dear, I hope not, Piglet said. I promised to help Rabbit decorate. Me too, said Tigger. Me too, added Roo. Piglet, Tigger and Roo hurried off to Rabbit's house while Pooh waited. he decided to wash Piglet's dishes. By the time I finish these, it'll be time for my party, he thought. But when he had dried the last drop of water from the last dish, it was still not time for his party. Waiting is hard, said Pooh. Maybe I should ask Christopher Robin if he knows something about it. When Pooh arrived at Christopher Robin's house, he asked his friend his question. Why does it take so long to be time for a party? It just seems long, Pooh, Christopher Robin said. When you have to wait, the best thing to do is something you really like. What do bears like to do? Asked Pooh, hoping Christopher Robin would remind him. Well, I'm reading this great story about a pirate bear who's looking for buried treasure. Christopher Robin said, would you like me to read it for you? Yes, please, Pooh said happily. The two friends snuggled together under a shady tree, and Christopher Robin began to read. Pooh forgot all about cake, presents and balloons. He closed his eyes and saw tall ships, rolling waves and buried treasure. They were almost at the end when Christopher Robin checked his watch. The little hand pointed at the 5 and the big hand pointed at the 12. Dinner time, he said to Pooh. You see them reading the story. You mean it's time for my party already? Pooh cried. Christopher Robin took Pooh's presents from its hiding place and headed towards Rabbit's house. Come on, Pooh, he called. Cake and presents and balloons. It's time, it's time, it's time, sang Pooh as they walked along together. Pooh was the first one to reach the door. Rabbit swung it open and shouted, Happy birthday! Inside, Pooh saw his beautiful birthday cake with pink roses, honey pots all wrapped in festive paper, lots of colourful balloons and streamers. Happy birthday, Pooh! His friends all shouted. Everyone was there, Eeyore, Rabbit, Kangaroo, Owl, Tigger and Piglet. Oh, cried Pooh, party time is my favourite time ever. Then Pooh hugged his good friends Piglet and Christopher Robin. And thanks to you two, he whispered, waiting was lots of fun too. You see? Oh, he got there in the end, didn't he? But he did have to wait. And sometimes you have to wait for the best things, don't you? So I hope you enjoyed your story. And I hope you've been good today and have had a lovely, lovely day. And Nana will see you again tomorrow with maybe another Winnie the Pooh story. So be really good, sleep very tight, and I will see you tomorrow. So night-night Ruby, night-night Max, night-night Atty, night-night Torben. Nana loves you loads, and Grandad loves you loads too, and he says hi. Mwah. Love you. Bye.